All right, if you want to click through one time for me,
Yep. Oof.
2024 PML recap, Rick and Morty edition. So, which Rick and Morty character was your season? So, first up, we got Matt here
Let's
as Evil
go.
Morty. You know, I could have picked a different picture, but I felt like this one embodied Matt the most. There's the more iconic eye patch, but it just looked like Matt with the tie, sitting there drinking a bourbon. You know, I thought it was very fitting. Going 10-0, sweeping the league. That's just very evil Morty. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, so you also made some great trades throughout the year.
Ooh.
Making moves. That's evil Morty doing things behind the scenes, making
Mm-hmm.
it happen. So that's why I chose evil Morty there. What are your thoughts on that?
I love it. I love that you gave thought to the picture. I love the picture. Um, yeah, I do want to hype myself up with that 10-0 thing. Never been done. Rick and Morty, Evil Morty did some stuff that Rick's never seen, right? And he was maybe the best villain of all time for Rick. Who's Rick going to be? I can't wait actually to figure that out. So no, I appreciate it. Average weekly rank 4.1. That's cool. I like seeing that stat there. Yeah, good times, and I appreciate the Evil Morty. So all right, who we got next?
All right. I mean,
Oh, there it is. Of course.
what's more Rick than Rick choosing Rick to be Rick?
Good point. Good point.
So,
Oh shit.
I'm making moves off the waiver wire,
Yeah.
thinking ahead, being
Yep.
super strategic, got the highest points for doing it all. So, had the highest average weekly rank there with 3.8. Little spoiler alert, but
I like that. I like
so,
that. Well, like I said, best adversary for Rick. So I don't know. Maybe we're number one and number two seed. So that's pretty great. Um, yeah, I like the picture. That's good. Oh man, can we go to the next one? I just want to buzz through them. I'm so excited.
oh yeah. All right. So, give me that. We
Oh,
got Mr. Meeseeks.
why? Oh, I need to know why. Why? Is it?
Oh, for Mr. Meeseeks, existence is pain.
It could
He's
also be
always
Chip. I don't know.
he is always complaining about his team being hurt.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's true.
it's just always got all these injuries. But despite these struggles, he gets the job done. Mr.
Oh my gosh,
Meeseeks
yeah.
gets the job done. He achieves his purpose, even if it's possible, it's painful along the way. So
Oh, I love
that's
it.
why I chose Mr. Meeseeks.
I love it. I think I don't know why. It also feels fitting. I know I can say some random shit in the chat sometimes. I feel like I'm annoying people sometimes. Cody will also just say things out of the blue, and he's one of the few. And I try to honestly, he motivates me to like say a thing, and I don't need a response. I'm gonna say the next thing I'm thinking and say it a lot, and just I can now hear Cody's text messages with like, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me, like and saying each message like, oh, we're gonna win this year. Oh my God, Chip, what are you doing? Like just like different stuff, like running with it. But
This isn't
oh, that's
against
great.
Cody. I love your messages. Keep going.
Oh, I do too. That's what I'm saying. It motivates me to be unashamed to just send them.
This is meant to be funny, so don't take offense to any of this to anybody. So
I am now rattling off Rick and Morty characters in my head immediately right now. I'm thinking, who could they be?
all right. So I will give you a hint here.
Oh, okay,
It's in,
please.
I'm doing it in order,
Oh, yeah, I got it.
right?
Yeah.
So the next is Ryan.
All right. So who's Ryan gonna be? Should I take a guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Let's go for it.
Who is Ryan?
I think it's very
I don't.
funny.
I don't know. I want to say Morty, but I don't know. Well, let's go to the next. Yeah, bird person. Oh, fly eagles fly.
One,
All right, why?
fly equals fly. Like had to kind of it just fit really well for that. Also, bird person is just he's solid, reliable, strategic.
Yes,
That's Ryan's team right there.
that's
They're
true.
solid and reliable. He's willing to adapt a little bit with his trades. He had those two trades, but just
Yeah.
loyal, just strategic, and solid. You know,
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I don't know if you noticed. I think he also had the second highest weekly rank.
Yeah, with me.
Same with you. Yep.
What did Cody have? I didn't see. I'm gonna jump back real quick. 5.2. Okay, I did see that. All right, 5.2. Bird person there. I will say with Ryan, like, it's true. You go into battle with Bird person, he's gonna stay calm, cool, collected. He's also not going to lie to you. He'll be like, Rick, like, I know we are fucked. You know, like whatever the way he kind of says, but like, and I feel like, yeah, if I was in a tough situation, if it was the Hunger Games and Ryan's in there, you know, he's gonna handle his shit, but he's also like. He's going to tell you to straight. He's going to tell you exactly how you feel. Wow, I love it. I love this comp.
All right. Next chicken and
Parker?
rice. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he could be so many different things, depending on the day, depending on how many 40s he's
I
had.
just want you to
Who
throw
knows?
something out, though.
I can't say Mr. Poopy Butthole. I'm saving that for another one, I hope. I don't know. I will say Squanch. Squanch. Oh, he is Morty. Okay. All right. Why is he Morty? Let's hear it.
This one I was kind of up in between with, you know. It's more specifically a Morty adventure.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
Sometimes they're triumphant. Sometimes
Yeah.
you barely survive, but
Yeah.
you're always hanging in there, you know?
Send in some weird
So,
GIF or
yeah.
emoji. Yeah.
He's a little bit of chaos, too. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Morty adventures are just chaos. That's what I kind of throw
I like it.
Parker's up to.
I like it. 5.1
You know, he's
ranks, a little
he's
bit
got
of
some
Cody.
high, he's got some low.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow, 7 and 7. Look at that. He's just like 7 and 7. His points for, points against, like right next to each other. He's just 5.1 rank. He's right in the middle every week. Wow. Yeah, Parker. So I'm going against Morty and Bird Person is who I will fight. Dude, what a Morty versus Evil Morty semifinals. We could do it. All right, so next we got, this is by record, so we'd have Ben next.
no, this is it's by
Okay.
the seating, so it's Ethan.
Is Ethan Squanch? Like, he can squanch up, you know? Like, he can... I'm just picturing Squanch when he gets really muscular, when he bites his thing off. Yeah!
No,
Scary Terry, bitch.
Scary Terry here.
Oh,
'Cause
man.
I am absolutely terrified of his team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, he doesn't hold back.
No, he
He
doesn't.
is making these moves, putting Cortland Sutton on the bench, trying to make these strategic moves.
Yeah.
You know, he's relentless.
He's in our nightmares,
And,
both
you
of
know,
us.
you can run, but you can't hide, bitch.
Exactly.
So
I'm going to stop guessing now, because I feel like I'm derailing
no,
your thoughts.
it's
No,
okay.
I don't want to guess anymore.
All right. So, yeah.
Wow.
Let's go with what are your thoughts on this, though?
I love it. I think he's great. He's in both of our nightmares. He's definitely going
I
to...
think he's in everybody in the playoffs nightmare.
Yeah, he 100% is. I think somebody else said it in the chat earlier this week. I think he's the scariest team for sure. So this is a great comp. There's so many characters I'm realizing that, like, even if some I think, you know, you might not hit on, which, yeah, that's where I'm going to... Oh, wow. I love it. Next one. Here we go.
All right.
Ben?
All right. Yep, it's Ben. All right, for Ben, we got Jerry Smith.
Oh, Jerry.
You know, injuries decimated his team and it only ended up with
He's crawling. How did I not know
1,200
that?
points. He just kept crawling, you know.
1,200.
It's just gonna keep crawling, you know. Keep your chin up. There's always next year.
I'm so glad he didn't make the playoffs. I'm sorry, Ben. I wanted you in the playoffs for the meme because, you know, I don't think you're a threat. But I'm so glad you didn't. It's your first year. You can't do that. You can't be in here first year and do that. So not only did you not make the playoffs, now that you're in the pits, you have the lowest points for. Again, not really your fault. Like a lot of things in Jerry's life.
Oh,
not,
absolutely.
Not always his fault. So I agree with that. I mean, CMC
Things
and
just
Pacheco.
happen.
It just happens. I loved his team at the draft.
Oh,
I really did.
too. But you know,
Yeah. But Jerry. Oh, man. All right. Who we got? Grant
all
next?
right. Next we got Grant. This one I was kind of back and forth on, but I think I like who I settled on. Mr. Nimbus. You know,
Why?
he's so Grant made a lot of moves during the season. You know,
Mr. Nimbus moves? A little like,
that
sorry.
people kind of made fun of at first. You know, like the Joe
Yeah.
Mixon, you were
Yep.
trade with him. You know,
Yep.
things like that. But you know, like Mr. Nimbus, you know, he actually had a pretty good squad. Like
He knows what he's doing.
Showed up, and a couple. Even though he was really ridiculous, he actually had some power there in instances. So, that's
Yeah.
kind of where I went with that. So,
I like
he was
it.
made fun of a little bit, but in the end, like he actually knew what he was doing.
You got to respect him. That's true.
Got to respect him.
That's so true. I remember when Mr. Nimbus first came on the episode, you are a little bit like, who's this guy? But you could tell Rick fears him. Rick was pissed at Morty for like bringing him in. Rick's like, dude, I don't fuck with this dude. Like, we can't do this. And you're right. Like, you might first be like, come on, he's a guy in a pearl like on the sea, right? Which was how some people viewed Grant in the league in some ways. But nope, Grant's the real deal. He does his shit still. So yeah, I like that. That's a good comp. All right, Patrick. Yeah, take your time.
Yep, Patrick is next.
All right. What? All right, let me hear it.
So, a once champion is strong.
Oh,
4-10.
No.
It's like Beth's identity crisis.
Oh, shit. Which one is he, or is he both?
I had to say this season he's the Beth, the stay-at-home Beth. His glory days of being the cool Beth are behind him at the moment. But Beth rediscovers herself.
That's true.
So
that's true. Really
your time will come again. But
man, this hit a sad chapter. Shit.
Don't worry, it ends on a higher one here with Chip.
Okay, all right, yeah. I don't know why. Like maybe it's Space Beth that's getting me, but I want to like salute and be like, you'll be back. I am excited for Pat to be back and on top of the mountain. Not all the way on top. I've said that before. I just want I want his liveliness in the chat. He's not that he's not active. Pat's active in the chat, but his liveliness of like when he like had those moments where he like just like fuck all of you, I'm the best. Like some great moments.
Yeah.
All right, Chip. Oh God, who do we got? Yes, I thought so. Yes.
No matter how many bad things happened to Chip and how bad his season was, every week he came on here and did this podcast. He was
so true.
So cheerful, always active, and you're just happy to see him, even though his world is crumbling around him.
I'm just dying right now because it's so true. Every time you see Mr. Poopy Butthole on air, he's like, "Oh, geez, like, well, yep, like my wife left me. This happened. Like, but still here, still teaching." And then he gets fired from his teaching job. Yeah. And literally, yeah, I can picture Chip even on this podcast being like, "Oh man, we lost another one, but we're here. Like, here we go." Oh man, what a great part. That's amazing. Am I safe to go to the next slide? What else?
Yeah, the last one is just a little extra bonus.
Oh.
Just the weekly kind of stats I pulled together of like average scores, kind of standard deviation. We don't have to spend much time on this. I just thought they were interesting. Mm-hmm. So the biggest points won by and biggest points lost by, I thought was kind of interesting there.
Okay, biggest points won by.
Yeah. Patrick had his biggest win actually last week, so a round of applause.
Yeah.
With 19.26 points. So.
Oh, that was Patrick's biggest win?
Yep.
I'm not seeing that. I see it. Week 14, 19, 20. Yeah, all right. And so Ethan had the biggest win at 76 points on the year. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
That wasn't even. That wasn't even last week, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that was like week 13 or.
Mm-hmm. Biggest points lost by. Well, we can see that. Yeah, when he played Trinity Downward, he played Grant because he's the 76th there. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. Max score. So yeah, Ethan's 164 is the highest. You kind of already mentioned some of those. Lowest score. Let's talk about that. That's just saying it was a record, lowest score of all PML history.
Yeah, 42.6.
42.6. It's been real.
But right above that, Hawk Tua, 58.
Oh yeah, no.
Like that's the biggest swing there. Look at that standard deviation, like 30 points. Nobody else is like even above like 21.
Yeah, the next highest is 21. That's true.
So,
Who had the lowest standard deviation? Ryan, Bird Person.
yeah,
12 points standard
solid,
deviation.
consistent. Like I said,
Makes sense. I know me and you could look at this chart all day. For our viewers,
we'll
we might
move
need
on.
to move on, but
All
that's
right,
pretty
that
great.
sounds good.
All right, and that's it for that one. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that. We need to come up with. Let me pull this up. We need to dive into the matchups now. We've put on the charade long enough here. Let's do this.
Have we gone past yours and Pat's?
Oh no, not at
No,
all.
no,
Well,
not at all.
total time with the
Total
technical
time.
difficulties, maybe.
Maybe.
But I think the first till up to the technical. Yeah, no, we're not. We're at like a little over 30. We're at 40 minutes maybe.
All right.
All right. So yeah, we'll get to an hour probably as we break this down. But let's go. Let me do this here. Pulling this up. Okay, let's start with the pits.
Start with Pitts. Okay.
I want to start with this one, Battle of the Roommates, Battle of Flora.
I would like to argue we should start with the playoff
Really?
and give
You
the
think
Pitts
so?
a little bit more attention.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just
Respect.
feel like we've had all this hype around the playoffs leading up to it.
yeah.
I think we should end on the Pitts, give it the right this time.
All right. I'm cool with that. All right. So here we go. First one, Battle of the Cousins.
Oh, I like the previous matchup. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, I do like that too. 1-1 against each other. That's huge. Actually, that's really important. I really like to mention that. Both look at this. Both people won. So when Parker won, he won at 116. When Ryan won, he won with 117. So it looks like that is the goal to hit.
Yeah.
In these two matchups.
Chicken and rice already up there, projected 117.
As we know, anything can happen.
Yeah.
I'd be curious, and this is one thing I've been wondering. This is a stat thing for me and you later. How often did teams outperform their projections? I'm sure it'd be very similar to the PS and this and that, but or not, because if you're projected really high and you just score high, then you're not outperforming. So, like, what were these guys' projections during these weeks?
Yeah, I can pull it actually. So
yeah,
later.
So let's go.
There's a lot of Qs over there though.
Yeah, there's a lot of Qs. Kenneth Walker's the only real Q in my opinion.
Yeah.
Tyreek and Trey McBride taking the veteran Wednesday practice off probably is all that
Makes
is.
sense.
I'm gonna pull up the bench too in case this is one thing where we gotta be careful, Trip, as we dive through this. We don't know if people have made changes yet to the rosters. I don't want to suggest, wow, I can't believe he's starting that guy over that guy.
Yeah.
Even though it is hard not to talk about the bench too, because that is important. So we'll try to do the thing. And I want to give this disclaimer. Let's say me and you do say, I can't believe he started this guy over this guy. Maybe we're playing mind games. Maybe you go in and make that switch. Don't blame us for collusion if it happens. Because at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen here. So if we make a suggestion and one of these guys are smart enough or dumb enough to follow it, it's on them. So
I mean, I can't believe Parker's not playing Keon Coleman. Like what?
Yeah. Put him in, and Kimani Valdell, he'll get a touchdown over Gus Edwards.
For sure.
So let's
One
go
thing I
position by
noticed,
position. Go ahead.
It's
What do you
pretty
got?
impressive that all those 12s that he's got in a row on projections.
Yeah, that's a lot of 12s in a row. Dude, look at the tight end position. That's what I'm saying. That's Ryan's weak spot. He doesn't have it. Now, I mean, like, Laporta's had games. Tucker Kraft has had big games.
Yeah.
But does he get the right one? I think he played Tucker Kraft last week, and he did score a touchdown, so
I
did
think
fine.
Sam Laporta, I feel like, has been having a better week later in the season. Like, he's been kind of trending upward. Maybe not a huge upward, but I feel like he's, I don't know, I haven't been looking that closely at his stats, but,
But he plays Buffalo
Lamar
this week,
back.
which is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta, I mean, Detroit, Buffalo,
That's gonna be a
Super
good
Bowl
game.
preview. But then also, I just want to throw out, I want to be even here, so it doesn't seem like I'm suggesting. Tucker Kraft, Green Bay, they're fighting for like a playoff seed. Also, they're a pretty high record. Same with Seattle, top of their division. There's another NFC big matchup. So you don't know who's going to win this, but yeah, let's go position by position. You're going to talk about quarterbacks. Go ahead.
I was going to say quarterback. You got Lamar Jackson back after being on a bye last week. Fresh legs. He could have a big week against the Giants.
Giants, yeah.
Yeah, that's oof.
Now, I'm curious to see if Ryan sticks with Brock Purdy or puts Jalen Hurts. I mean, his team name is Fly Eagle Flies.
Yeah, I
Right,
mean,
so
you
he puts Jalen in.
got to put Hurts back in. Were they on a bye? No, they weren't on a bye last week. So I guess he just was playing Purdy.
Well, and the Eagles are going against Pittsburgh. I could see Ryan knowing Pittsburgh has a good defense. You know, who knows? He might just
Yeah.
think Brock divisional matchup against the Rams. I'm not saying it's a guarantee you put Hurts in. So I don't know. We'll see who
I
he
mean,
goes
the
with.
Rams just allowed Josh Allen to put up the record number
Yeah,
points for a quarterback, so maybe, yeah.
I wouldn't put that past Ryan to already have thought of
And
that.
they're ranked 12 and 13, so like it's not that big of a or no.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, 4. No. Hurts is way better. I don't know why I was thinking that.
No, I think that rank is like against like
No,
You
that's
mean-
their position rank. I was looking at
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Laporta's
yeah.
position rank and thought it was for Jalen Hurts.
yeah, I got you. Yeah. No, it's tough. And if he does put in Hurts, it would be interesting. Lamar Jackson hasn't got a lot of rushing touchdowns. Hurts obviously has. You know, you got two mobile quarterbacks. Yeah, it could be a battle there, the running back position, quarterback position. All right, running backs. I don't think Kenneth Walker plays this week. So I'm just going to go ahead and say he's probably going to put Najee Harris in or move Tyron Tracy up and then one of these other guys. I don't know. But
Yeah, he'll probably move up Tracy and
Chuba Hubbard against Dallas, though, is a great matchup, so that's pretty good. On the flip side, you got Saquon, number one running back, going against Pittsburgh, which is still scary. So I don't know. Not saying don't sit Saquon or anything, but I'm just like, Saquon against Pittsburgh and David Montgomery versus Chuba Hubbard and Najee, because Philly also has a good run defense. I'm still sticking with Ryan's running backs.
oh, I'm sticking with Ryan's running backs
Yeah.
as well.
I just had to think
for
it out.
sure.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
That
about wide receivers? What do you got?
let's look here. That's tough. That's real tough. Because, Tyreek's not had the greatest year, but, like, he did have a good one last week. And, Drake London kind of is also that kind of hot and cold kind of guy.
Yeah. I do like Drake London's matchup, though, against Las Vegas.
I do as well. That is I didn't realize that and look at that part. But Lad McConkey, if he's back, he's been looking good. So, he's rookie, right?
Yeah. Let's do this, though.
As the year goes on.
I'm going to swap Lad McConkey and Mike Evans. I think we know Mike Evans is his wide receiver, too. So I want to look at this more. Tyreek and Drake London versus Garrett Wilson and Mike Evans. The Chargers have a pretty good defense with Harbaugh and good secondary. Mike's doesn't matter, though. Mike can do it against anybody. So I like Parker's matchups better.
I agree with that. I like Ryan's players better, though.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson and the Jets, I just don't want to rely on the Jets. Not saying he can't do well. Davante Adams had a great week last week.
Yeah.
I'm just a little scared.
Yeah.
I
But it's
think
Jacksonville.
I know, but I mean they can do so many things against Jacksonville. They don't have to run. I mean they don't have to pass like deep balls or anything. I would make a strong bet.
Yeah, but
Like,
isn't Brees Hall going to be out again?
Yeah, but they love their damn rookie running backs. Which I have one of them, and the other guy scored still. Oh, sorry. Trey McBride's been great. Number 3 tight end on the year. New England gives up a lot of points to tight end sometimes, so I think he's got the tight end advantage.
I agree.
Yeah,
Not
that's
by a huge margin.
yeah.
He's putting up good points.
Juwan Jennings against the Rams. Juwan Jennings has been solid. He's gotten a lot of targets every week.
He's last year's Ayuk.
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep doing it. So I think he's gonna have a game. I'm putting him in the same vein as Lad McConkey right now because again I swapped Lad and Mike in my head just for flex versus flex. They're both projected. Lad's 11.8. Juwan Jennings 12.4. Give me Juwan on that. I think Juwan's gonna get him. I do.
Tampa Bay versus. Yeah, I'll go with Juwan.
Wow, I didn't
With
know
that-
Juwan
with
had
that
25 points
matchup.
last week. Yeah.
That matchup, I'll go with that. I think some matchups, it's close. Like it's very matchup dependent. Like I could sway McConkey on the right if he was playing the right people, but I think with the Rams, you gotta go. with Juwan.
So far, running through this, I feel like I've taken a lot of Parker's sides. Other than the running backs, we liked Ryan's running backs better. However, here's where a pendulum can swing. Parker's last flex spot. Yeah, Tyrone Tracy, maybe that gets bumped up into the running back spot, and he brings in a Marvin Harrison or Najee Harris. But James Conner has been so solid. He's playing against a bad New England defense.
Yeah, when I was trading him, Mari Cooper, I really wanted to push for James Conner.
Oh yeah,
I was thinking that he was probably in talks with some other people about other trades, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get greedy. Let's ride with JK, which unfortunately he's injured. Hopefully I get him back for the championship. But
yeah, who wins it? Who wins this matchup? Who am I playing week 2? Drip. Who am I going to play?
I think Ryan finds a way. I don't know what it is. I know you're just hyping up Parker a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Ryan finds a way.
All right. I kind of do too. I don't know how to back it up other than I just think Ryan's is gonna do it. Like you, I would like to beat Parker in the semis as revenge of last year. Me and you both lost in the semis to these fools. So I kind of want that. However, I kind of want it to be. I'm a little scared of Parker, not of his team. Not that I'm not scared of Ryan's. It's just like Parker's just intimidating to me. He's just gonna chuckle and send me some gifts and some emojis, and I'm just like gonna tilt hard after last year. I just have like bad memory.
You know what I want more from Parker?
What?
I want to hear more from him when he's doing not as well. I feel like he gets kind of quiet when.
No, that's what he said. Yeah, he just gets silent.
I-
Chip said it. Yeah, he goes real quiet.
Yeah,
And then he'll be like, "Good game" at the end. I don't know. I respect that. Whatever. But I will say, of course, and I'm sure
That's
you have.
also a very Morty trait.
Yeah, very Morty. Just get sad while he's I will say I have looked ahead. I'm sure you've done this for all the teams, if not just Cody and Ethan. I've looked at their matchups next week, who they play. I like how Lamar Jackson plays Pittsburgh next week. Last time those two teams played, nobody scored a touchdown. Like, I love that idea. But also, so does Ryan has some bad matchups next week. So I like the bad matchups on both Ryan and Parker's side next week. So I don't know who I would rather play. I'm just scared no matter what. But we'll see. All right, let's move on. We're gonna set a record time wise today. All right, here's your potential opponents.
I'll let you run through this mostly.
What?
I'm gonna let you run through this one.
Okay. I was a little shocked seeing the first projections. I had to look back at Cody's team. He's been projected around 107, 108 a lot the past couple weeks. So I guess it's not normal of him to be projected much more than that. Ethan projected 118. Of course, he's Scary Terry, dude. Look at the previous matchups. We got 1-on-1 split again. Love to see that. Just because it makes it for fun. Wow, I think real quick glance. I know Ethan's first 4. I've been saying it all year. The bombs he has of Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Devon Achane, Puka Nacua. And if you notice in the middle of the screen, the checks on each side. So right away, check. I agree with that. All 4 on that side. You got Baker on the other side. Started off hot, hasn't been as good. Played against a good Chargers defense. No thank you. Jonathan Taylor. Hit or miss.
A
lot of misses. Yeah, Denver defense is good. Jahmyr Gibbs. Now that one could just be explosive.
It's a wild card.
Buffalo game could be a high scoring game. Craziness. Scary Terry also wild card. Then we get to Cortland Sutton matched up with Jamar Chase. We all know how that ends. Jamar is.
I saw it firsthand last week.
Yeah, Jamar's Jamar. The tight end matchup is who knows.
Yeah.
T.J. Hawkinson, David Njoku. Kansas City is one of the worst teams against tight ends.
Oh, yeah. Give me
Njoku on that. Give me Njoku for sure. DK Metcalf has not been himself going against the Green Bay secondary, which has been pretty decent.
Zay Flowers. That's also kind of wild card a little bit.
Yeah, they might not need him. Lamar might run all over him. Derrick Henry might run all over him. They might not need Zay Flowers, but he also could catch a 80-yard bomb,
Yeah.
So. Dude, here's such an underrated player that I just, every time I see him on his roster, I'm like, what's he doing? And then, of course, Khalil Shakir. He's been so good.
Yeah.
He's got Josh Allen with a stack. I want to say I don't like the play, but it's a great play. I mean, Calvin Ridley's been a great play, too. So he's got Calvin Ridley down here. he could throw in for
I mean,
Sutton or
it's a
somebody.
similar
I don't know.
stack that the Josh Allen Gabe Davis stack. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
This year's that.
yeah. Babe Davis, yeah. DeAndre Swift on the other
I think he's
side,
actually better than Gabe Davis a little bit, but
definitely he's more consistent. He gets a lot more of
Yeah.
the underneath targets.
Yeah.
Gabe just got the bombs. Um, Cody's got an interesting dilemma here with some of his start sits, as Cody always does. And we know, Cody, we all know here you'll make the right choice. Whether it's right for you or right for Ethan, I don't know. But you'll make the right choice. But of DeAndre Swift, or Terry, or Zay, or Debo, or Jameson Williams, Mark Andrews. Does he put Njoku in for Mark Andrews against the Giants? Like, dude, he's got some choices, Cody. Good
Yeah.
luck.
I know. Oh, yeah, that tight end and him. Just,
No, it's not good. I think I gotta say Ethan wins. I'm not gonna think about it too much.
I'm going with Ethan as well. I
Oh,
think
boy.
just he's hot and just continue on that trajectory. And
Are you trying to reverse Jinx Machine, by the way, too?
no, absolutely not. Never. I would not do anything of the
Oh
sorts.
boy! I just looked at Ethan's next week matchups.
Yeah, I looked at
You
it too.
you seen that? Josh Allen against New England, Achane and Robinson against San Francisco and New England. Oh my God! All of his big hitters are great matchups.
Yeah, he's got some good matchups next week. So
And how's Cody look? Cody's got some great matchups too. All right, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
mine are just okay. I don't have any great matchups, but I have some okay matchups.
I love my
We'll
Week
see.
17 matchups. I don't like round 2 matchups, so I am a little nervous if I can get through round 2. We'll talk about that next week because we'll be playing next week, you and I. Doesn't it feel nice? We don't gotta do anything.
You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah.
In all of my leagues, I have 2 leagues I gotta buy. 2 leagues I'm out of the playoffs. I'm not playing this week. Actually, okay, I'm gonna flex for a second. Maybe it's a flex, maybe it's not. You want to hear a fun fact? A PML history fact.
Yeah. See it?
I've never played like a super meaningful matchup in Week 15, ever in PML. What I mean by that is I've either been out of the playoffs or I've gotten a bye. I've never played Week 15 matchup. Even in like when I was in the pits and we had punishments, like I lost and then whatever. I finished 9th place 3 years in a row because I won that final week I faced the punishment and won.
Yeah.
So I've never played Week 15. So I'm used to just resting right now, whether it's bye or just being a dead last. It didn't matter.
That's
But
a great stat.
Yeah.
But never being in the pits is a better one.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I'd rather have your stat, honestly. Or winning twice, like Cody or Patrick. I would like to have that stat.
Honestly,
But
I would lose and be in the pits for 1 year
100%.
for a ring.
I've always said, yeah, first or last. Let's go. Let's go for it. Which we haven't got there yet. All right. Speaking of the pits, let's hop in. I love that this is the first week matchup. Actually, I wish this was the final pits matchup, but like next week's matchup. So we'll see. 6 versus 10, or really 7 versus 10. Yeah, I mean, I think Chip's got it, but Ben's got him the other 2 times, 91. So Ben's 2-0. Can Ben go 3-0 against Chip on the year? I don't know. We got to buzz through these, but
Yeah.
quarterback, give me Kyler, even though he's kind of been a shit show.
Yeah.
Give me Kyler. I don't know. Geno Smith versus Green Bay, that could surprise you.
I don't know, but Kyler's got New England.
Yeah, but Kyler just hasn't stepped up when he needed to, so that's why I don't know if he will. But yeah, okay. I mean, I'll take Kyler, but
I'm going with Kyler.
Pacheco and Bucky versus Tony Pollard and Josh Jacobs. We've seen Cincinnati's run defense firsthand. Tony Pollard's going to have a pretty good day. Chargers with Bosa up front. Cleveland with Myles Garrett up front. I don't like Ben's matchups at running back. Yeah, give me Josh Jacobs and Tony Pollard.
Yeah, give me Chips running backs.
Yeah. Wide receiver Jalen Waddle, who's been coming on a little bit of late, and Darnell Mooney against Las Vegas. Then you got Cooper Kupp and T. Higgins. Now, you want to say Chips matchup because of name recognition. You got Cooper Kupp and T. Higgins over there versus Darnell Mooney, but yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the name recognition.
I'm gonna go
Bounce back
pretty.
for T.
I'm gonna go pretty even. I think Cooper Cup and T Higgins kind of level each other out with
Hmm.
the Waddle and the Mooney. So just like the Mooney matchup. So
Yeah. All right, let's go tight ends. Kincaid back finally. He's been out for weeks. Can he do something against the Detroit defense? Who's Chip's other tight end? Like who else does he? Oh, Hunter Henry, who's projected more.
just
Interesting.
say I
It's
kind of like
Arizona's always bad at tight end too. Like they're like
yeah
Kansas City. They just always are bad. That's an interesting choice for Chip there.
yeah
First week back for Kincaid. Hunter Henry, who's probably goosed a couple times. Like it's a gamble.
yeah. And then Ben's got Fryermuth against Philly.
I like Fryermuth, but Philly's a good
I was
defense.
gonna say against that defense though.
No, probably not.
I don't like it against.
I'd
that
rather
defense.
personally play Zach Ertz. He gets targets. Jaden Daniels, when he gets pressured, likes to drop it off. He's projected more too, but yeah, I don't know. I like Ertz a little bit better.
I
Ertz
think
was
I
on
like
bye
Ertz a
last
little
week.
better too.
Yeah, I think Ertz was on bye. He might not have switched it yet, or he
Yeah.
might want to keep it. Who knows?
I don't
All right,
know,
flexes.
maybe.
Let's go with the flexes.
Oof, Tank. Wait, Tank is got a check next to him.
Yeah, because he's projected 10.5 versus Hopkins 9.4. Really? Is like ETN just out? Well,
I was gonna say
doesn't-
what's going on with
No,
ETN's
ETN's right here, also projected 10.4.
Interesting.
Chip has it.
And the funny thing is, neither one have an average over 10.
Yeah, so I don't know why they. Maybe the Jets are just that bad. They just want to.
I
I
guess.
feel like the Jets have a. Oh yeah, you can run all over the Jets. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They have a good secondary with Sauce and people, but yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe. Jordan Addison's been boomer bust playing against Chicago. Chicago, same thing as the Jets. You can run all over Chicago, but the secondary is good with Owens in the back and everything. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
but you got
know.
Justin Jefferson drawing double teams.
Yeah, so he'll be taking Owens
So
and other people.
He'll
Yeah,
be just he'll have man coverage basically on his own. So I don't think that hurts too much.
and DJ Moore's been pretty solid. Yeah, give me Ben. Give me Ben in this one.
You want Ben?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I'm
I'm gonna
going
take
Chip.
Ben.
I'm going Chip.
I'm going Ben with just the Ben magic. He's gonna survive. Ben reminds me of a young version of me. I'm just kidding, but what I was say is I've been in the pits a lot and I've never
I think
lost. So
I think
it's
Josh
Ben.
Jacobs wins it for Chip.
And I think T has a
call.
bounce back week. I do think T has a good week this week.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll be
I-
cheering him on for you, Chip. I'll be there.
Oh yeah, you'll be at the game. There you go. That's good. Okay, last one. Battle of Florida. Battle of the roommates.
Oh boy.
High scoring here. 108, 115. This is almost the same scoring projections as Ethan versus Cody. Keep that in mind, people. Cody's 108, Ethan's 118.
That's
108, 115. This is a competitive league, top to bottom. Maybe other than the matchup we just looked at. Sorry. But, wow, Grant's 2-0 against him. Can he compete, get the third win? That's an interesting thing there. Pat's been coming on of late, though, so I don't want to say that just means Pat's going to lose here. I don't think so.
I'll kind of lead this one.
Yeah,
here.
go for it.
So QB matchup here: Sam Darnold, Joe Burrow. Man,
Mm-hmm.
that's that Chicago defense, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Give me Joe Burrow on this one.
Agreed.
But I do like Sam Darnold. I had him for a couple weeks there. I was
course
trying
you
to
did.
figure out my quarterback situation. So I do like Sam Darnold, but I think Joe Burrow. Why does he got a Q next to him?
Just probably Wednesday practice. It's a veteran.
I don't
Wednesday.
like it. I don't like it.
I don't either. But
All right. But yeah, that's where I'm going with the quarterbacks. I'm going to be Joe Burrow. Who you want?
yeah, running backs. No, quarterbacks. Yeah, I'm with you on Joe. I'm with you.
Joe? All right.
Yeah.
All right, running backs. We got Ramondre Stevenson and Chase Brown. So Ramondre's got Arizona, and Chase Brown's got Tennessee. And then Joe Mixon, Miami, and Rico Doodle with, is that? This is Carolina. Right? Yeah,
Carolina. Yep.
okay. Yeah. Give me Grant's running backs on this one. Mixon just has been so good when he's played. Um, and Carolina.
Yeah, I like Pat's matchups, like Chase Brown in Tennessee and Mondre. Like they're not great, they're not bad matchups, but I agree. Just Joe Mixon is going to do his thing, and Rico Doodle Bob has been getting all the work, and they're really believing in him. Mike McCarthy loves to freaking run the ball, and Carolina's actually looked good as a team, but they still give up points. So
Yeah,
yeah, I agree. If anything, it means Dallas has been bad too. So it's like if anything, it could just be a shootout, and like Rico could have
yeah.
big game. So I agree. Wide receivers.
Wide receivers. We got Justin Jefferson. So we got the stack here with Sam Darnold, AJ Brown, and then Jacoby Myers and Quentin Johnston. Whew. Yeah, I mean, Patrick did draft 6 wide receivers in a row or something like that. I mean,
Yeah, a lot.
the air raid. Like, give me Pat's wide receiver group over here all day.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I'm looking at Grant's bench. I was like, maybe there's others he can bring in. No.
Not really.
Nope. Jaden Reed, I mean, I could say I believe in him, but he's hit or miss, and it's not looking good right now. So, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Pat's got it on the wide receiver front for sure.
Tight end, we got Evan Ingram versus Travis Kelce.
Kelsey.
Give me Kelce.
Yeah.
So he's been looking not like his old self fully, but much more than he did at the beginning of the year. So
Yeah,
for sure. he's been looking good.
They really try to ramp him up for like actual NFL playoffs.
Times, yeah.
So
this is his time of year. So
yeah.
All right, and then flex, we got Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson Jr. versus.
They both have been so good.
Yeah, Michael Pittman Jr. and Devontae Adams. Give me Grant on this one. Those are just some solid flex positions.
That's where
like,
Grant
almost
can get
like even like I feel like Rico Doodle should be down there, and like Aaron Jones or Brian Robinson Jr. should be up there.
Well, and that's the thing, because I went 3 running backs strong in the draft, and I just wanted to talk about that. Me and Parker talked about it a bit back and forth at Chip's wedding of like different things of like just with our extra flex, you do have more room for versatility. So yeah, you can bring in an air raid because wide receivers are a little bit more boom and bust than running backs because running backs, they get the handoffs to get the work.
Yeah,
it's guaranteed work where targets aren't as guaranteed. So you have that room for variability, so you can catch the bigger ceilings by playing some wide receivers in your flex. However, on Grant's side of the thing, like he's got 4 running backs started, and when you have 4 good running backs, like his floor is so high. So yes, it's a ceiling versus floor. We talked about earlier, winning the championship, you want to have that ceiling to explode and win any week because that's the week you got to win, in the championship. Yeah. But maybe in a pit situation like this, the floor is good.
Yeah,
I mean, want that floor.
With those running backs, he's still got a pretty good ceiling too.
And that's my thing. Yeah, you can pick running backs that still have massive ceilings. So yeah. I agree. With
give me Grant on this one. Sorry, Pat.
I agree. So based on that, we're kind of saying it's a Pat versus Ben final. I know I took Ben, but I took Ben like for the heart of the win. But if I had to look like really go by stats, it's Chip. But I don't want to just follow projections because we know that doesn't always work. So I think there's a chance it's Pat Chip final, which is 9 versus 10, for the year.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
That like you said, the air raid could go off. It could be the week, and
that's all you need.
Out of the pits.
That's all you need. One thing I want to point out, we headed towards it, and Trip, we never told you. You don't even know what's going on. We headed towards week 15, something special for you. Chip and I maybe got this in the works. What we're trying to do is on Monday night, we're going to do a live broadcast of the PMLP during the Monday night games. A kind of a Manning cast sort. Notice I said games. I don't know if you know, there's 2 Monday night football games this Monday night. And let me tell you the teams so we can just highlight some of the guys that are in this. We got the Bears and Vikings. We talked a lot about that matchup here. DeAndre Swift comes to mind. DJ Moore. On the Viking side, we got Justin Jefferson. We got Jordan Addison. Those are some Pitts matchup guys we have in there. Sam Darnold. I know Cody's got DeAndre Swift. I said that, so that's a playoff matchup there. And then the other Monday night game is Falcons-Raiders. So Drake London for Parker. We got Darnell Mooney for Ben. We got Bijan Robinson for Ethan. Raiders side, I don't think we got anybody but Brock Bowers, and he's on a bye with my team. So we got some players. So we're hoping it comes down to a Monday night showdown. Chip and I are going to be on air, and here's what I need, and this is why I'm bringing it up now on air.
Okay.
I hope Chip's not mad for me bringing this up on air without him, but we said we would preview it a week early because we've talked about it. We're going to be on air for a long time. We're going to have to take breaks, bathroom breaks, different breaks, halftime breaks, whatever. But we hope that all of you, at some point within the span of the game, 2.5 hours, whatever it is, will call in. We'll get you on speakerphone. We'll get you hooked up right next to the mic, so you might not call into the pod. We just don't want to mess up the recording. But we'll get you on speakerphone so we can hear you, and the whole league could hear you. So please, we're going to need everybody at a different time point. We could probably try to schedule that out. But plan for it. Plan to call in. We want to hear from everybody who's playing. Even Trip, you on a bye. We want to hear what you think's going on. And we'll see how it goes. We're just going to – we have no idea how it's going to fly, but we're going to try.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Man,
I was going to ask if you were going to have people call in.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds awesome. The whole Manning cast and everything.
Yeah. Now, we won't have, the game because it's, rights and things. But my goal is I can picture, Parker's apartment and different people. I hope you got us up on a second TV, next to the main TV, and we can kind of see it. We might be on a delay. I don't know how we have no idea. Technology side. Patrick, we
figure it out.
Text you. We're going to need your help. Trip, any suggestions? We'll see. But all right. Anything else, Trip? Before we call off, we got to sign off here.
Nothing I can think of. It's great to be on a bye. You don't have to worry about things. Just sit back, relax, watch the chaos.
I agree. Thank you for being on the pod today, for filling in the tall guys.
It was great. The IPs, it's just 2 letters.
Just swapping the IP address in.
Yeah.
Chip or Trip. We're good. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for listening in. Good luck to all of you out there. All of you, other than me and Trip. Because, again, we have a bye. We're better than you. First and second team. Sorry. Good luck to everybody else. Can't wait to see what happens. Man, I'm rooting for you, bud. I am. I'm rooting for you. See ya. All right. It's time.